What's poppin', my G's? Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing? Vibely. I hope she'll go to the ooh, look at my face. Ooh, look at my face. You guys, I don't know why I stalled so much on getting this type of hair did, but this hairstyle is my new go-to hairstyle. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you did not already know, this is totally random. It is totally random, just like the name says. I talk about anything and everything. Yes, my loves, I'm gonna be in this video doing my makeup, showing you how to get this look really quickly. Did it under 25 minutes. Also, I'm gonna be letting you know 5 different times Lagos men have just made me question why you a liar, why you a cheat, why you a thief, why you a stealer, why you a lot of stuff. So if you want to know some of my crazy experiences with men in Lagos, because everybody's trying to find love and their perfect partner, aren't we all? Keep watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, of course. Please, it is so important. We're almost past 600. We are almost we're almost at 600. So pretty please help me to subscribe. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Anyways, guys, let's get right into the video. So guys, love in Lagos, a beautiful phenomenon. But Lagos men, they lie burst to like the end of the earth. Unprovoked lying. So as I already said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be doing really quick makeup, and I'm going to be telling you guys the different kinds of lies that I've been told by men in Lagos, right? So at number 5, crazy situation. This guy comes to my DMs, is talking about, oh, I really like you, I want to take you out. You know what? I'm single, I'm free to mingle. Cool, let's go out. Now, this guy, first of all, if you know me personally, you know that I fucking hate. I literally hate. I detest, because I need to stress this real well for you guys. I detest being stood up. Like, I detest when me and you agree on something, we communicate something, and then, I'm not saying your plans cannot change. Don't make me a bad person. But, if your plans change, I can stab you in the neck if you don't communicate that your plans changed. So 2 times now, this guy had, stood me up. From, oh yeah, sure, let's do this at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock come, 3:30, 4 o'clock, no phone call from you. I now have to be the one to call you to say, oh, what's up? Oh, are we still doing this? If you know me, you know I hate that. I absolutely 100% hate that. Oh yes, I do have one contact in my eye, because this eye is very irritated. I've seen my optician, and he said I have a slight irritation, so I need to leave it alone for now. Anyway, so this guy I'm talking about, right? I've been stood up twice, and you're there like, oh, okay, baby girl, you know what? I'm gonna make it up to you. Yada yada yada. I'm sorry, it was work. I'm okay, cool. I get it. Work gets busy and crazy sometimes. Now, so I carry myself. Had I known, no one knowest. I carried myself and got ready. Wasted this good foundation, just like I'm getting ready now, to go on this date with this guy. I reached restaurant, as my mother would call it. I got to the restaurant, and the day was supposed to be, I think, for like 2:30 or something. Obviously, I'm a babe. I got there a bit late. I got there like at 2:40 something, because it was close to my house. I purposely picked the one close to my house, because I'm like, you know what? This guy has stood me up enough times for me to be traveling anywhere on his behalf. Little did I know. So, I get to the restaurant. Waiter comes. Oh, ma'am, are you sitting here? I say yes. You guys, my makeup is going to be really fast. I get seated. 2:15. I message this guy. He says, oh, rounding up a meeting, let me call you back. That should have been my first sign that I was dealing with a fuck boy. But you know what? Let's give love a chance. We're not gonna die single in Lagos. I decided to wait. 3:30, I am beyond irritated. I eventually call him, and I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, yeah, he's on his way there. Ladies and gentlemen, I was there up until 4 o'clock, and this bastard did not show up. If you're watching this, do you guys know he stood me up? literally, and I go on Instagram and I try to reach him, he had blocked me. Why are you childish? If it was a bet amongst your friends, you could have easily told me, but you are clearly an unfortunate being. And yeah, so fourth time I was stood up was actually, well, it wasn't necessarily stood up, but it was when I would say I was lied to. Was this really cute guy I met at a restaurant. Met him at a restaurant. He was wearing his mask. This was actually recently. He was wearing his mask. I couldn't see his face, but his eyes looked really cute. So our eyes jam, and in regular Lagos style now, first to look away. Funny thing is, none of us looked away. I was like, ooh, instant chemistry. I expected him to walk up to me. He didn't. I was like, oh well, another one bites the dust, right? So, I finished buying my food and I go outside, and there is pretty boy sitting down in his car, seemingly waiting for somebody. I'm like, oh, girl, it's your lucky day. So I get to my car and he, stops me. It's like, oh, hello, blah, 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 banter a little bit. Oh, our eyes jammed. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then we exchange phone numbers. I think that night, I think it was a Friday night. Yeah, it was a Friday night. So that night, he was like, oh, what am I doing? I should let him know later. I was going out with my girls as per usual. So I get there and I message him. I'm like, yo, I'm at so and so. Do you still want to come? He does not reply. Why should that not be a red flag for me? But I get a coconut head. I know they hear word. I did not listen to the signs. Anyway, the next day he calls me, says, oh, he's so sorry. He got home. He passed out, blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? And I'm at my friend's house just chilling, doing a little shisha and just living my best life. So I'm like, oh, we're here. Well, my friend had invited her male friend as well. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just make this like a double, triple date, whatever situation. So I invite him to my friend's house, right? He comes to my friend's house. We're there. We're gisting. We're talking. Coolio, he seems a bit reserved. I'm like, okay, well, let me even see how he does in the midst of my friends. He's a bit reserved. We start to play music. Everybody starts to dance. He's still sitting on the chair. But now I can see that Uncle is looking at me with hungry eyes. I say, hey, hello, dear. You may be a pretty boy, but I'm not an easy woman. All right? Sharp. We're there. We're talking, asking a couple of questions here and there. Conversation. You know how it is now. Next thing, I sit on the chair. His hands start to wander. I'm like, now, y'all know your girl. I could be a bit blunt sometimes. His hand was on my thigh. At first, I was like, okay, coincidence. Let me leave it alone. That's how God kept the hand there. I just told him, I literally put his hand back on his own lap and I said, yeah, I'm more comfortable seated like this. So we were there. He was now showing me something on his phone. Something I was reading about Sha. My friend now saw it. She was like, oh, she wants to read it as well. So he's like, okay, cool. That's how we passed the phone to my friend, Uncle Phone, Abi. My friend wasn't 3 minutes into the reading when Tola Baby with a heart started calling. I said, whoa! Come on, Lagos. You never disappoint me. Tola Baby was basically calling him. Keep in mind, this was around 1 a.m. in the middle of a curfew. Tola Babes was calling. And I think he took the phone from my friend really hurriedly and I think he was ending the call. Next thing I see WhatsApp messages starting to fly. I'm like, yeah, you are a fuck boy of inordinate proportion. Why are you in somebody else's house at stupid o'clock when you have Tola Baby at home waiting for you? Next thing, 10 minutes in, Oga said is that he's going home. I was like, okay, go and meet Tola Baby. And that, guys, is that about that. He's been texting me after that. I'm like, yeah, no, boo. Not about that life. So I'm gonna go do my eyebrows off camera because that takes a little while. And when we come back, I'll give you the 3 other times Lagos men have shocked my intestines. Legit. So I already did my makeup, or rather my eyebrows off camera. And we are number 3. Now this one, he shocked me. So regular nights out, this was like 3 years ago. Regular nights out, I was, actually at the AMVCA. I'm sure I've talked about this before. I was at the AMVCA. Obviously everybody's for me, you know, bad guy, everybody's nicely dressed. I was looking like a spicy thing. And this guy walks up to me, gives me his business card, says, oh, that I work in radio, that he has a company that wants to do adverts, blah blah blah. Me, I'm like, well, extra money for the station. I collect his business card, and then I send him a text message because apparently his phone was dead. Apparently I'm the adverts the man wanted to do. So basically this guy was here talking to me, first of all, I wouldn't even lie, he had lions. He was very, very sapiosexual, which for me is such a huge turn on. But then I remember I hadn't seen a ring on his finger when we were at the party, at the after party of the AMVCA. So I'm like, could he be that this one is single? May I have found my mister, right? Only two did I know. This guy now starts to talk about, okay, yeah, business, but that aside, do you have a boyfriend? I don't know which spirit made me say yes. I don't know. Something just said, say yes, see what he's gonna say. He goes, oh, that's perfect. I'm like, he's like, yeah, because I have a wife and kids, but they are not in Nigeria. Sir? Says, yeah, so he's gonna be upfront with me because he feels like I'm such an honest person, blah, 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 that he wants me to be his girlfriend. I'm like, first of all, you legit just told me you have a wife. He's like, yes, but that why am I acting like I don't know how Lagos works? That him is not a jealous man, that he thinks it's hypocritical for him to have a wife and be upset if I have a boyfriend. You say? Basically, he propositioned me and said, look, he can even help me with my relationship. He's older, he's wiser. He'll give me good relationship advice while you're sleeping with me. It shall not work. It shall not be where we too. So this guy goes on and on and on about how the different million ways he can take care of me, that he sure my boyfriend cannot. He is an experienced lover. Hey, God. In my head, I'm just like, somewhere, somehow, one woman is calling this man her darling husband. Why? Why do men choose to embarrass women like that? Like, normally, some of them have the decency to lie and tell you, oh yeah, no, I'm not in a relationship, I'm not married. This one with his full chest said he has 3 kids. I'm like, wow. And you are somebody's Mr. Right. Why? How dare you? How really dare you? The balls that Lagos men have, especially when it comes to women matter. Low-key shower, I think also it's because a lot of women out there right now are ready to do anything for the cash dollar. So really and truly, can you blame the men when they know that 3-4 times that when they've tried, it has worked out? Can't really blame them. Now, this takes me to my number 2 time where I was like, wow, this one have me. Make me laugh. Some guy, I'm not gonna name him, he's an industry person on the like managerial side, had come to the radio station, oh yeah, done a little bit of PR for his artist, blah blah blah, said, oh, you know what, please can I have your number in case he has another song he wants to debut, whatnot. And I try not to be rude with things like that. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, you seem like good vibes, and I actually fuck with the artist he brought. This guy collected my number, said, oh, he wants to buy me lunch as thank you for coming, or rather for helping them with the interview. I'm like, look, it's really not necessary. So for like a week and a half, we're postponing left, right, center. We're not necessarily postponing. I'm dodging because I'm like, more artist managers, I try to stay away from all of that bull crap. Anyway, eventually I decided to go to dinner with this guy in a hotel. Cool, we're going to dinner. We get to dinner. Me, I'm nicely dressed because I have plans afterwards, really and truly. He was not my focal point. I get there. We're talking, you know, oh, what's it like in the industry? What other things do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm even looking at it like, okay, oh, this person might be a good, you know, business plug to have to other artists, whatnot. He's into nightlife. Now comes the question, oh, I really like you. Do you have a boyfriend? I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm in between relationships right now. I'm still trying to, figure out what the hell I'm doing with myself. And he's like, oh, he's the same, but he's going to be honest with me. I'm the first girl. That's where the lies commenced. I'm the first girl in a while that has, perked up his interest. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, stories that touch the heart, soul, mind, body, and spirit. He's like, yeah, so he'll be honest with me. He wants to see where this goes. I'm like, first of all, God, this is the first day. Don't be creepy. And I said, oh, okay. Of course, you have to ask the questions. Are you married? He says no, but he'll be honest with me because he's a stand-up guy. Those were his exact words, that he's a stand-up guy. How stand-up did I know? That he's a stand-up guy. He'll tell me he has a baby mama and a 3-year-old son. I was like, yeah, right there and then, regardless of whatever happened afterwards, I had clocked out, because having a baby mama is stressful. I don't think I can date somebody who's not 100% divorced. The whole baby mama situation is tricky, because a lot of times there's a lot of unresolved bullshit going on. But that his baby mama is really crazy, that she's in Canada with his son, but that he had to bring his son back here when COVID started because, he doesn't like the way she takes care of the boy. Basically painted his baby mama to be the devil. I'm just like, okay, cool, what not. Finished dinner. He said, oh, are we gonna do this again? I'm like, I'll let you know. In my head, I'm like, no. But he didn't have to know that. Anyway, 2 days pass. I'm asleep on my bed. Literally asleep. I get a phone call. The phone rings. I don't know the number. Here's the thing. I've realized in Lagos, if you don't know the number, most likely somebody that's going to disrupt your life. Don't pick the phone call. But person was persistent and was calling and calling and calling. I now picked up. That is by far the most shocking conversation of my entire life. This person, a nice young lady, hits me up. She's like, hi, sorry, are you Ada? I'm like, yes. She's like, okay, first of all, she's gonna be honest. She lied to somebody that she had work for me. I'm like, okay. It's like, yeah, a friend of mine gave her my number because she told the person she wanted me to influence for them. I'm like, okay, so you don't want me to influence for you? She's like, no, she just has a couple of questions for me. Me, I'm waking up from sleep. I'm busy mumbling because I don't really know what the hell is going on. She now goes, sorry, please. Were you at Eco Hotel 3 days ago in a red dress with white sandal and white bag? Yes. She goes, oh, please, I just really want to ask you something. I'm like, okay. So, please, you have anything to do with that guy? The guy who took you out on the date? I'm like, not particularly. By this point, like, my head is already calculating Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, what the hell is going on? What the actual F? Basically, this was his wife, not his baby mama. Not anything he led me to believe. This was his actual wife who lived in Lagos here with him. She gave me the lowdown of this guy, and all I can say is he is a dog. He is a dog. He is a bloody dog. Now, apparently, he has certain rooms in certain hotels on standby where he takes these girls. And I'm like, wait, what? She says she's frustrated, but that they have a kid together, and she's trying to do right by her son, that she'll give him props. He's a great father, some. I was just like, yep. Smells like complication to me. I'm out. I just gave the girl a couple of words of advice. Like, look, baby girl, I know you want to do right by your son, but staying in such a toxic situation where you are having to find the phone number of a girl that your man took out, I would have been out of there like a flashlight. What? Are you mad? What? You make me turn to FBI agent on top of your matter and I will still stay? Child or no child, honey, I am out the door like a flash of light. That who died? Honey, look at me. I am a speck and a half. You, my darling, will not put me on high jump. And this thing, Lagos men are familiar with it, where they will lie about their entire history. This lady was crying on the phone, and I turned to counselor. Me that was supposed to be girlfriend. I turned to counselor. Gave her, basic advice. Take your time. Don't, rush into anything, blah, blah, blah. Do you know that 2 days later, immediately she even told me all this gist. After I got on the phone with her, I blocked the guy on Instagram because I didn't want no part of that drama. Do you know, a couple of days later, I think he had tried to message me. to invite me out again. He now said that I had blocked him. That's how he called me on WhatsApp. When I was in the office, I sharply took somebody's phone and recorded the conversation. He was like, oh, he just realized I blocked him on Instagram. Why, Baba? I was like, look, I know your wife, okay? I didn't know that she was your wife. That was a lie I told her. I was just like, yeah, that seems like a complicated situation. Goodbye. Au revoir. And I called the phone. Right after I called the phone, I blocked him on WhatsApp as well. That was done and dusted. It's not me you come and embarrass. If you want to be a dog, why you get married? If you want to be on the streets of Lagos, don't have a girlfriend. It's not a crime to be single or be in an open relationship. There are people that are ready for that. You are sleeping around, your girlfriend has a sugar daddy. You guys are living your best lives. I don't know why the need to lie is there, especially in Lagos. Kilo day. Ha! Anyways, moving on from that to the number one. Oh my Jesus. Some honorable mention. Some people that told me that they have girlfriend, but that I should not worry, I'll forget about her when we get into the relationship. As in that, not them, that me, I'll get used to having their girlfriend in the triangle. The thunder that will fire some of you is doing press up and is coming. Anyway, for the number one situation, funny enough, I feel like this particular situation, you know what Yoruba people call a fowofa, use hand to drag for yourself. That's exactly what happened in this one. I feel like I need to do a detailed situation report of this particular incident. But I've been seeing this person on and off for 3 years with no definition. Because I'm a goat. Because I kept hoping and praying like every other woman out there that he will commit. I must be a joke to the person myself. Anyway, when he wasn't now committing, and I said to myself, you know what? Why don't you try seeing other people? So I started to see some other people. I started to see somebody else actually. And still in this my spirit of honesty that is always putting me in trouble, I go and I tell this guy, oh, look, I'm seeing somebody new. Thinking that it will cause a cataclysmic reaction. And he'll start to behave himself. My guy told me, okay, no problem. Feel free. I said, sir. I was like, yeah, no, go for it. It's not a problem. I said, okay, now. All of us are mad, but a few of us are roaming. Love it. So basically, I was in 2 different relationships, well, not relationships, situations at the same time. That now passed, you guys. I butchered this particular eyeshadow. This particular eyeliner. A lot larger than this one, but can't be bothered. Lashes will cover it. Anyway, later on, a couple of months after, I find out that this guy has started seeing somebody else. I say, bros. You didn't tell me you were in a relationship. He was like, it's not a relationship per se. But that when he saw that I started talking to somebody else, he too started talking to somebody else. So basically, my nigga made me feel like he had started talking to this new girl because I started talking to the other guy. So basically, somehow, it was my fault. No problem. I said, all right, cool. Only for a couple of months after that to pass, and the girl is celebrating 1 year anniversary with my man. Children of God, Hindu shout hallelujah. I wanted to run mad. Now keep in mind it was the beginning of lockdown. Move here, stupid and weird. Basically, this nigga had been cheating on me for almost 6 months before I even told him that I had started talking to somebody else. And I told him I started talking to somebody like a couple of weeks after I started talking to that person. Meanwhile, my guy had been in a whole ass relationship with another woman. Lagos. So there I was in a triangle that I finally knew about, but he had known about the entire time. Now, my thing with that is, you're a dog, first of all. That's cool. But if you're gonna be a dog with your chest. We are very communicative human beings. We are adults. why do you feel the need to lie about who you've been with? Why do you feel the need to make me feel like I did something wrong when the entire time you had been cheating on me? Love, co-ancestry. Really and truly, it's not a necessary thing. And to be honest, right now, in terms of relationships, I don't have power. I don't want to give too much detail about my number one situation because I feel like I'm gonna do sometime next month like a really, really detailed breakdown of that particular relationship, just because I feel like a lot of us can learn, especially the ladies, can learn a lot from it. So here is my take right now. As of now, in Lagos State, anything can happen. Your boo is most likely not just your boo. Your boo is probably you and a couple of other people on the streets of Lagos's boo. And now when I say your boo, I'm talking both the guys and the ladies. And here is where I'm at. I only have 1.5 more relationship left inside my body before I give up totally. And I've gotten to that stage where usually, right, I make the worst decisions in relationships. I will condone nonsense. I will make excuses for people. I would say, oh no, he didn't mean it like that. And that person that they will tell me I'm mad. And I'll say, no, maybe I did do something that, you know, made him think I was mad. But darling, that's at that 1.0. This is at that 2.0. Yeah, but by anybody. If you're not coming correct, don't come at all. No more tolerating. My dear, we have a 6 weeks period of getting to know each other. I don't care whether that's too short or too long for some people. I don't give a fuck. We are going to talk for 6 weeks. If within those 6 weeks, you cannot decide whether you want to be in a relationship or not, please, dear, lose my number. Life is not difficult. I'm done being in talking stage with somebody for 6 months, and then people will go out and they'll say, oh, is that your babe? And you will not be in the middle of, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, it's my friend, we're friends. But no, boy, I'm either on the street or I'm in a relationship. And as of now, your girl is proudly doing like this inside the streets, because I will not be taken for granted again. Lagos men are a flipping special breed. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some good guys in Lagos. There are some guys in Lagos that make you go like, oh, great, honey, all right then. But majority of them, Yoruba demons come. Literally. They will make you question yourself. They will make you doubt yourself. All because they are actual liars. And I've never quite understood the need to lie. I'm very big on communication. Maybe because I'm a very blunt human being. I don't know how to not... If he's pinching me here like this, I will tell you, oh dear, there's no reason to hide. There's no reason to lie. But in Lagos, no, if they have not lied, the relationship is not complete. So therefore, that, my darlings, has been part of the craziness I have experienced in Lagos with men. I try to be as, not vague, I try to be as, well, I would say detailed as possible without, I mean, those who know, those are my friends, you guys, those are my friends who are watching this are probably naming all the guys one by one in their minds. But personally, at this point, what I'm going to give as advice is, my darling, do your research before you get into any sort of situation with anybody's child, because in a lie, some of them are married with children. I have had people in my DMs 2 weeks before their wedding, and all I see is she said yes later, and I'm like, you just asked me to dinner. You just asked me to come over to your house to Netflix and chill. Meanwhile, you had a whole ass wedding coming up. I've had people tell me, oh, and so because I got married, you stop having my time. Why am I still having your time when you have a whole ass wife? Like, really, really, really and truly. I'm the type of person we can be all flirty. The moment I know you have a serious wife or a serious girlfriend, I used to move, because I also don't want to be in a situation where my man is cheating on me because karma is trying to hunt my ass down. Hell no, son. Ain't nobody worthy of that. Ain't no flipping person worthy of that. So, my advice, when you're getting into a relationship right now, do your findings. Check his Instagram. Go to his LinkedIn. Look for his family members. Check if even he doesn't have a post on his page about his wife. His brother may have posted when he got married, or his best friend may have been his best man who posted about his wedding, because right now everybody is moving absolutely bonkers. Anyways, guys, this is my really quick under 25 minutes makeup tutorial. I'm just gonna put some lipstick on, do my hair, and that's it. Those are the amount of times, well, there's a lot more than that, but I said let me leave it down to 5. The amount of times men in Lagos have shown me that lying is a skill some of them are born with. It is innate in them. Their plasma, their blood, their PVC inside. I mean, what's that in PVC? Like PVC in voters card. Their plasma, their red blood and white blood cell, their blood count is filled with lies. So ladies, I'm not saying don't live your best life. Guys, I'm not saying there's not some of you out there who are, you know, true to yourselves and don't tell lies, but as they like to say, a majority carries the vote. Anyways, guys, shout outs to you for watching this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because numbers are growing and I'm so happy to see it. Thank you to every single person who is subscribed, who leaves a comment, who likes, who shares. You're absolutely amazing, and I'll see you in my next video.